Okay, so I'm at the eastern edge of the Caldwell fire complex, and this is a fire that has burned a huge amount of area in Northern California, where the Lava Beds National Monument, the place that I filmed an earlier video and got to experience, has been just utterly decimated by this fire. Something like 70% of the National Monument area has been burned by this fire complex. And for obvious reasons, a lot of this I'm going to be filming on my drone, because even though these areas of the fire are contained, there are still little sections that are smoldering and bits of smoke coming up, and the last thing I want to do is, drive directly into a still burning area, which could cause, potential dangers. So I'm going to do some drone filming and fly over some of these sections of the fire complex and show you all what this enormous, insanely epic and dangerous and yet beneficial in its own way force of the landscape looks like, and how fire shapes some of these elements of the American West. In part because of its great destructive power, fire plays a crucial role in structuring many of the forests in the American West. The fiery disturbance replenishes the populations within. From destruction, regrowth, and rejuvenation. First area that's been burned, and it's really kind of surreal how the character of the landscape changes, but in some ways almost goes back to its roots a little bit. Like, you can see some of these lava rocks in the background baked so many millions of years ago, and then for a time came back into contact with that extreme heat and fire, and just all these different blackened sections of the landscape. Pretty amazing. Well, I'm back at the one part of Lava Beds National Monument that wasn't closed down by the fires. This is a petroglyph point where they found many thousands of years worth of petroglyphs all the way across the side of the cliff that I shot in that last video. And there's a trail that goes up to the top of the cliff that will kind of give you some kind of broader landscape perspective and things. So this time, to switch it up, I'm gonna go to the top of the hillside and check it out that way, and then see what sort of adventures are in store. swear there are two birds that will always remind me of the American West. Oh, sorry, I just had a lizard run by. Those are turkey vultures and red-tailed hawks. And the second is important. So I've got another tattoo coming soon. Which will be my third. Should be going to be on my right forearm, around the top. Be a red-tailed hawk feather, that kind of beautiful underwing that you see, and the word Westerner written either underneath or above it in kind of stylized writing. Because to me, they really are just the embodiments of the American West. Just that sense of wildness and freedom that you have out here. And so I think it's a very, very fitting tribute to a place that I've lived in all my life. Well, minus 2 years, but other than that, a place I've lived in all my life, and regardless of where in the world I happen to be, will be incredibly, incredibly important place for me. So at the end of this trail here, there's a sign that explains why the trail ends at this point, because this area, this petroglyph point, this rock face, is still held sacred by many native tribes and has been a sacred site for many thousands of years. But on the sign, the words, "Please walk with reverie." And I think if there's one thing that I want to accomplish with Wanderlust, it can really be summarized by those words. Please walk with reverie. Everywhere you go, look around you and see the beauty and awe and wonder that the world offers. Don't take the moments for granted and see the beauty that exists in them. I think really, really awesome words, and I think something that's very, very apt to what I'm trying to accomplish with this channel.